All right, I want to tell you how to not have your equity eroded. I want to show you how you can build net worth in real estate. So to do that, I want to use kind of a tactic that a lot of financial planners do. And you talk about, here you are with your family today, and sometime into the future, you're going to have your future self. All along this timeline, it could be a decade, it could be 20 years, it could be 30 years, all on this timeline, you're making decisions. And the decisions that you make, whether it's to save money, whether it's to invest in an IRA, or whether it's to invest into a mutual fund, whether it's to buy or sell a house, I mean, there's so many decisions along this paradigm that you're making. And along this, one of two things is gonna happen. Your future self is either going to have less money, or your future self is going to have more money. It has 100% to do with the decisions that you make along this timeline. So let's bring real estate into the picture. Let's say that here you are today, you're going to start to buy and sell houses. The average homeowner buys and sells every 5 to 7 years. And so the average homeowner typically owns about 7 or 8 houses. So you may have, I don't know, anywhere around 15 transactions in your life if you count the buy-sell sides. And under the traditional real estate model, and you're paying out a percentage of the value of the home, you start to have what I would say is, as you're paying out these percentages, there is an eroding factor to your net worth. Inevitably, you've built up equity in your house. You've built up value. I mean, 2/3 of American homeowners' net worth is tied up in their house. When you pay a percentage of that net worth out, there is naturally an eroding factor to where, in the future, you will have less money. You will have less net worth by paying out the percentage. But here's what we've learned. Is how can we, in a sense, take you from this line right here, and how can we put you on a different trajectory? How can we help you skip the line? We don't want you to stay on this line that's going to erode you. We want to help you move to this line. So we do that by putting you on what's called a fair fixed fee for service. Very simply is, we don't charge you outrageous real estate commissions. Those things are going to erode your net worth. We just want to offer you some sort of fair fixed fee, and every time you buy and sell, you're preserving your net worth. So for example, at our company at Scout, we start an introductory offer for our sellers at $5,000. Irregardless of the price, it's only $5,000. Our average customer is saving somewhere around $10,000. So if you know anything about compounding interest, if you're a financial planner, you would certainly understand this, is that if you kept that $10,000 and you were to put that in some sort of interest-bearing account, it could be an IRA, it could be some sort of mutual fund, it could be some sort of college fund for your kids, it is going to grow and compound. You could go buy a bigger house with that and have more money to put down. You are retaining that $10,000 if you're like most of our customers, and every time you buy and sell a house, you're retaining more of your equity. You're able to reinvest your equity. You know, it could actually grow to the tune of where you have a couple $100,000 more in equity over the course of 20, 30 years. All along your time frame of where you are today and where you're going to be in your future self, you're gonna be making big life decisions in this timeline. There's gonna be things that come up like you want to pay off debt. You want to send your kids to college. Maybe you need to buy a car. Maybe you wanna save money for retirement, right? There's all sorts of big decisions. You can work harder. You can try to make more money. You can try to maybe work a second job or save or do whatever you gotta do to hopefully be in a better financial position in your future self. Or just don't pay out ridiculous real estate commissions that naturally erode your net worth. If you retain your equity and you reappropriate that equity and you apply it to some interest-bearing accounts that starts to have compounding interest, if you start to put that into your next house to where you pay down, you have a smaller house payment, you're able to buy a bigger house that starts to appreciate it faster. And there's so many different scenarios, but all that to say is these things, as far as dumping debt, paying for college, maybe it's your daughter's wedding you want to pay for, maybe it's to buy a new car, maybe it's to put towards retirement. You are funding your dreams rather than paying these commissions that fund someone else's dreams. So at Scout, we're all about our clients preserving their wealth. We're all about our clients investing in their future. So keep this in mind whenever you go to sell a house. Paying a percentage of commission based on the value of your house has detrimental consequences to your future self. Be wise on that. If you have any questions, we look forward to talking with you soon.